Andrew Warren for ShowTime Movie News at the Arundel Castle in Sussex, England. Most fairy tales boast a castle and a princess, and Snow White and the Huntsman has an especially evil queen in Charlize Theron. But this is more of a girl power take on the classic fairy tale. Kristen Stewart is no damsel in distress, and there's a larger role for the Huntsman, since he's played by the god of war, our own Chris Hemsworth.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is fairest of them all?
You are the fairest, but there is another destined to surpass you.
What does she want from me?
Consume her heart, and you shall rule forever.
How tricky is it to reinvent a classic fairy tale?
Tricky, but it's a good challenge, you know? I think that's maybe why we all wanted to make the movie, because we saw the challenge in that. We saw a story that had great potential to be retold and somehow resonate with, you know, today, and characters that were just really interesting. And how do you kind of, you know, retell them and represent them and kind of introduce them to the world?
You play the Prince Charming role in this film, kind of.
The drunken version of Prince Charming. And that was what was interesting was, yeah, the Huntsman is a smaller piece in the original fairy tale, whereas in this it's a much larger section.
Find her. Bring her to me.
No, I've been to that forest. I'm not going back.
You will be rewarded handsomely.
What good is gold to me if I'm lying dead with the crows picking at my eyes?
You will do this for me, Huntsman!
Charlize Theron is quite a force of nature, isn't he? She's such a presence, especially in this film.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I know they switched up the schedule for you, and one of your first scenes was actually that confrontation.
It was. I'd come in and I'd just finished shooting Avengers, and I started shooting this a week later, so I had no prep time. And they said, don't worry, the schedule's, you know, very light. You come in, you do a couple of little scenes, and it's fine. And the day before we started shooting, they said, we've changed some things, and it's now the big two-hander with you and Charlize. And I thought, geez, I haven't even met her, I haven't even looked at the scene, and so that was an intimidating set to walk onto, but look, she's incredible.
Who are you? Why is the queen wants you dead?
You should know you're the one hunting me!
Well, your Snow White seems to be much more of a fighter than a victim. There seemed to be a bit of a Joan of Arc aspect to her.
I mean, absolutely. We are kind of true to who Snow White is, and we just challenge her a bit more.
I should have killed her when she was a child.
I need her heart beating with blood.
In a movie that's all about beauty and outward attractiveness, what was it like playing a character that had no vanity?
It is an interesting and very rare opportunity to play somebody who has absolutely no awareness of what that is and how it affects people, and if it gets you somewhere. It's, you know, it's a rare opportunity. It's a really awesome example too, and like it's cool to see the contrast between two overtly extreme, polar opposite characters with Charlize.
I've seen what she sees. I can kill her.
One of the more striking visuals is the milk bath. Was that extraordinary to shoot?
I wouldn't say that, no. I might have been a bit of a princess on that day. You should ask Rupert about that. That and the coming out of the oil scene, yeah, that, it was just, the milk was not, they warmed that, they heated that. And it was it's a thickening agent that they use for beauty products and apparently milkshakes. I will never have a fast food milkshake again. And it's incredibly thick, and you need weights to kind of hold your body into it because it's that thick. Yeah. But at least that was warm. The oil was freezing. I think it took me about 20 minutes to just inch into that. And the crew was like, it's midnight, let's go. God, she's such a princess.
Lips red as blood, hair black as night. Bring me your heart, my dear, dear.